Greetings and good day, YouTube and Twitch highlight watchers. How are you doing today? I myself am pretty excited to continue where we last left off in Minecraft. I did forget to AFK fish, so unfortunately we're not going to be having any experience that we need to enchant the gear that I want to enchant. But I was thinking about it and I had a thought of like, you know what, screw it, we might as well get stuff set up to enchant. Why do I only see two of you? Okay, good. So, I'm debating what I want to do with... It should be fine. It should be fine. But yeah, I'm gonna have to push this land back later and stuff like that, so there's no way for zombies to jump down or anything like that and cause issues. But for the time being, I'm going to... Oh shit, I didn't realize I have that much dorite over there. That's cool. I might need to use some of it. Anyway. The plan for today is pretty much just going to be chilling and getting some experience in order to enchant stuff, right? Because we have a lot of books. I will have to use signs for the enchanted books, however we organize them. But, I'm gonna have to get that dorite and make it polished and fix that because I kind of don't like that. That doesn't. I'm gonna have to extend this a little bit because that does not. The same for this, because you shouldn't have steps next to a door like this. Also, if you notice, I'm listening to different music today. That's because I looked up copyright-free music on Spotify, and this is a new playlist. So I figured, what the hell not? Let's check it out and see if there's any issues with it, or if we can actually listen to it without. This might be an entire, like, this might be a screwed video for YouTube, in all honesty. But if that's the case, lesson learned. I won't be able to listen to this. Because just because something says it's copyright free, don't mean it is. But yeah, we need to get efficiency and unbreaking at the very least. Actually looks pretty good. I actually kind of like that. I was slightly concerned that it was going to be a little bit off, but it actually looks pretty damn good if I do say so myself. Now, yes. Oh, Oh, that actually looks pretty fucking good. I like that. I like that a lot. I need to make more stairs here. Trying to think about a pretty decent way to make experience while I'm up here, like while I'm live or whatever. Like this is a loss. I can't bring myself. I was gonna do it and say screw it, but I can't mentally bring myself to do that. It feels like such a waste. But yeah, you probably noticed me wearing the headband more often, at least early on in the streams, maybe for the first part, and during the summertime, because it's just too hot. It is just too hot
Going back and forth
to not do it otherwise.
or staying in. With Spotify Premium, you can download and take your music offline for whichever path you choose. Just download and pull up your playlists to keep the tunes flowing from one adventure to the next.
That should be more than
Upgrade to
enough.
Premium and listen your way. Tap the banner to learn more.
Well, it's funny you mention that because, hilariously enough, I think that yesterday somebody kept getting ads, and one of the ads they got was a Durex ad. So that's what they claim, and you know, I'm more inclined to believe it than not. Now, is this right? Looks right. Yeah, there's a... You have to basically have it set up to where the audio... There's the game audio, and then there's the audio for the music. Like, they are separate entities in of themselves. I have no idea how to do that. I would have to Google it to figure it out, in all honesty. And there's also a part of me that doesn't, like, I don't need that right now. You know what I mean? I get what you're saying. But it's not something that I currently need for myself. It'd be cool to have set up, for sure, but for me, if I'm playing music like this, the reason I'm playing music like this is because it's a game like this, you know what I mean? That, and a lot of the time, the advertisement or the music could be why it's wanting to be clipped in the first place by the person that's clipping it. I still think this is hilarious. Oh, that's right. I placed these down to mark where I need to replant after I figure that out. I need to go to sleep. Don't feel like dealing with any zombies. Any zombies. But yeah, I get what you're putting down. I'm not picking it up right yet, but I get it. How do I make item frames? Leather and sticks. That's the one cool thing about the search function. Yeah, I don't really mind too much about glowing, you know? You would need a regular item frame and a glowing thing. Drop this. All right. So. I like it. I like it.
AT&T Fiber presents a straightforward moment.
Fine. Thanks. I'll pretend I know what I'm doing before saying it's good.
And I'll pretend I don't know you're pretending.
Are you a gigillionaire?
Yeah, I have AT&T Fiber. The straightforward pricing has inspired me to be more straightforward.
Me too.
Ugh, this wine. I'll fetch you a better one.
Straightforward is better. No equipment fees, no data caps, no price increase at 12 months. Live like a gigillionaire with AT&T Fiber. Limited availability in select areas. Visit att.com/hypergig for details.
You know what gets you moving, so why not get to the good stuff right away?
No, I wanted signs for the
Listen to music
books.
ad-free. Get unlimited skips.
Yeah, I ignore that kind of shit like a gillionaire. I don't fucking know.
Unrestricted
I really
listening
don't.
and upgrade to premium. Tap the banner to learn more.
But no, I didn't think about item frames. Right? Item frames are so much better, I think, for a warehouse like this. Because instead of having to read, you can like immediately pick it out. Apple, boom, apple. Right? Somebody who has a lot of fucking money. Something that doesn't exist. Right? But it is a real monetary value. But no, I want the signs for the library. We don't really need them for this because the main idea is to put everything. Like, this is the organization. It's easy because it's not like everything has a different name, even though it's the same looking item. Because if I put one of those books in an item frame, it's just going to look like a book. It's not going to tell me that it's Protection 2 or whatever, right? So I'll have to write out a sign that says, like, all the protection books. So on and so forth. There are certain things that it won't really work for in the warehouse, but it'll, like, be meh. Oh shit. I'll definitely keep that in mind. That'll be a hell of a fun thing to do. Like for this, we have cooked chicken and rabbit, so this won't really work for what I'm doing. Right? Because this is meat and I guess we could call this large meat and this small meat. Hell yeah. Egg. I think I called this salad. Sure. Hey, that'd be cool. Have them as separate files for people that don't want to have the modded thing too, of course. Alright, so in this case, we could actually push this down. So we could make that be different meat to this, to this, to this. Hey, greetings and good day, Sticky Man. How are you doing today? I have no idea what's gonna go up there. Maybe just buckets and water?
Okay, true stories from Huntington with Veronica and her banker, Roger.
Veronica, you were nervous about trying to get a home. Why is that?
Nobody likes to hear the word no. You know, one day I just said, okay, I'm gonna go talk to the banker.
How'd it go, Roger?
If there was a bump in the road, we hit it. But we navigated right through it. Veronica kept pushing.
Getting more
There we go,
than
F.
from your bank.
I'm like, what button was it? I could not think of what button it was to switch.
Loan subject to
Can't sleep. That's a shame.
housing loan.
Insomnia is always a bitch.
Would you bet a few $1,000s
Um,
an 8-foot putt? What about 10 grand that you could win a drag race against a Camaro with 1,000 horsepower?
Eh,
$2 million? Would you bet it all on one football game? Maybe you wish you could, but you probably wouldn't. Gamblers is about the people who did. From Spotify and the Ringer podcast.
I'll just keep the
network,
buckets here for now.
Gamblers
That's fine.
Season
Empty
2.
stuff.
Listen now.
We're not. It's just an advertisement through Spotify that's wanting you to listen to the tales of individuals who have gambling addictions and shit like that, I guess. So I woke up today and I go through Twitter, right? When I wake up, my first thing I do, it's like a routine of mine, is to go through Twitter just to see what the fuck's going on. And let me just say how hilarious it is to see the fact that was it like WWE stuff or boxing or something? I think it might have been boxing. Anyways, some OnlyFans girl won a boxing match or something like that, and so she celebrated by flashing everybody. So that was trending today, and I was like, does it really matter? Like, why do people make such a big deal out of what is literally nothing? Like, I don't get people sometimes. They freak out about the damnedest things. They really do. Yeah, it's been a while. I had the 3 months of Spotify for free, and then I paid for a month, and then I took it off because, I kind of miss the ads a little bit, you know? Well, yeah, of course the Cannon Man did everyone a solid and zoomed in. But, like, I don't care, because in my mind, it's just, they won the fight. They're celebrated. Get over it. Right? YouTube Premium. That is something that I'd rather pay for Spotify. Like, if I could choose between YouTube or Spotify, I would choose Spotify, because for YouTube ads, I'm not really paying attention. It's like, I'm paying attention, and sometimes the ads are interesting. They show me a new show and shit like that. But I don't do a lot of phone viewing. That's probably why I'm a little bit biased towards it that way, or not towards it, but against it. All right. Well, see, it's funny. I used to be the same way about ads, about hating it, and then I started to learn about ads, right? I started doing those surveys, and I've been doing surveys for, like, longer than I've been streaming. I've been doing surveys for, like, 6 years. And doing those surveys actually had me curious about how surveys work and shit like that, which basically surveys are glorified advertisement, right? That's what surveys are. They're just glorified ads. But well, see, this is why I don't make reactionary type content. Like, I don't have it recorded. I might need to start. I'm not, depending on the way the reactionary content is, depends on my thoughts of it, right? If it's where the person is literally just not even pausing it to make comments here and there, that's kind of like, all right, right? And my opinion's pretty much been the same. Like, the type of reactionary content that I do, which is just like pausing here and there, talking about it. That's, if I did start uploading my reactions, it wouldn't be that. It would be me actually editing the stuff down a little bit. So if you wanted to see the whole video, you'd have to watch it yourself. Yeah, that, I don't like that shit. I don't like that shit at all. That to me is... It's like the book reports you would do back in high school, right? You wouldn't look up other people's book report and then claim it as your own because you'd get in trouble for the plagiaristic nature of it. That kind of shit is more akin to plagiaristic stuff to me, right? Like, when they spend 6 hours reacting to content and that's it. There's this one streamer and YouTube content creator that I watch that puts it into better words than I can. They have quite a few videos on the subject. Dark Viper AU. They have a lot of research and stuff into the subject, and they put it into better words than I could. Oh, bravo, Rhett, bravo. I'm literally talking about it. I'm actually talking about it, and then I look over and I know that's awesome. That's exactly shutting up, because that's exactly what I was gonna try and fumble my way into saying. Well, see, that's the thing. How Dark Viper AU. I was talking about Dark Viper AU because the first message, because I was in the middle of talking about how they have a lot of videos on the subject where they discuss it, and I was like, I look over and you said, oh, if you know who Dark Viper AU, yeah, I know. The fucking the I'm trying to not laugh as I say this, but watching the fucking just their videos, not just their like thoughts about reactionary content or something like that, but the challenge runs they do with Grand Theft Auto has got to be some of the funniest shit ever. There aren't Krugers in missions. Oh shit. The chaos mod stuff, yeah. What am I doing?
When you drive the most dependable mass market brand, you can stop thinking about what you can't do and start doing what you never thought possible. Visit your local Kia dealer today to see yourself behind the wheel of the #1 most dependable mass market brand 3 years in a row by J.D. Power. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-334-KIA for details. Always drive safely. Kia received the fewest reported problems among mass market brands in the J.D. Power 2021 to 2023 U.S. vehicle.
Really? We have one button?
Study based on 2020 models. See jdpower.com/awards for 2023 details.
Hey y'all, my name is Tiara, and a little thing that I love about the Chick-fil-A spicy chicken biscuit is that it has the perfect amount of spice to jumpstart my day. Whoever thought of it, thank you so much.
Hi, my name is
It's
Robert.
kind of funny when you start to realize, like,
Chicken biscuit is the biscuit. It reminds me of my grandma's homemade biscuit. It's always
true,
buttery and
true.
savory.
Well, I'm okay with the ads in the background because sometimes it can actually create a conversation between us, right? It's just one of those things where I kind of, like, I have trained my brain to turn itself off when it comes to ads, right?
M&M's, that is. A delicious combination of smooth, robust coffee flavor and sweet, chewy caramel. Covered in a classic M&M's milk chocolate and wrapped in a colorful candy shell. M&M's with coffee shop vibes. Tap the
I
bag
hate
to try
that.
new caramel
I
coated
hate
M&Ms
that. Let's use an oak door. Ah, okay, so it's also a differentiation of experience based on the ads, yeah. I mean, not all of the US ads are good, trust me. Like, some of the ads you hear are like, Jesus. How did this make it past QA? Or whatever the hell you'd call it for advertisement type stuff. I don't even know what. Mobile game ads are so dumb because there's such false advertisement bullshit. Like any mobile game ad that involves like you building a city, oh, it's gonna make it look like the most interactive, action-packed experience you've ever had. I guarantee you that's not what it's going to be. But that's what they're going to show you. This is so much better than redoing the signs. Ah, shit. Really? They use Age of... Okay, so that's why some of that footage is so similar to each other. Well, there's also been... I've noticed... they'll use, like... I think they'll use Warhammer footage with the HUD turned off. No, not Warhammer. Total War. Total War. They'll use Total War footage. My apologies. They'll use Total War footage with the HUD turned off. Because I've started to play Total War Warhammer 2, and and a couple of the mobile ads I've noticed whenever I'm watching YouTube in the side here, there'll be like an army like roaring about the charge, and I'm like, that army looks like something from Total War. Oh, hell yeah, let's go. It's always nice when you log into an account that you thought long dead. Man, if I could log into my first RuneScape account That is great. Well, greetings and good day, Call of Duty TV. How are you doing today? Considering your first time chatter. Trying to keep a straight face here. Consider your first time chatter. Consider following before you head on out. Yeah, it is pretty rough. But like you said, you were 11 when you created it. When you're young, not everyone can come up with such a banger of a username like myself when they first come up. Tombs 456. Again, I've told this story a couple of times before. I'll gladly tell it again. The origins of my name actually come from a character from the Chronicles of Riddick. A bounty hunter by the name of Tombs with 2 O's. Not the Tombs, that is what my name. I misspelled it, unfortunately. But I'm okay with it being misspelled. This a tile? Cool. Cool. Thank you for becoming a citizen of the kingdom, Visatile. I very much appreciate it, and I do hope you enjoy your stay. Hey, Bob, it's been a while. How you doing? Have you gotten over it? You'll be happy to know that I lost my weapons. Yeah, I know, you're surprised. I lost my firearms. I can still torture you. Yeah, that's what I thought. One more thing up your sleeve. Oh no. We don't have fire aspect. We need fire aspect. You got me curious about that one more thing. What it is. Redify. Well, greetings and good day, Redify. How are you doing today? Not much with myself. Just chilling. Trying to figure out where... Sharpness. There we go. That's for something else. I'm doing a decent job of keeping a straight face. Efficiency 4 for the shovel. Yeah, you're not wrong about that. I need to get unbreaking too. Sharpness for the sword. Probably not necessary. Does somebody have an unbreaking book? One of our librarians. Rose. Respiration, punch, looting 3. Mending. Projectile, blast. Thorns. Ooh, thorns, hell yeah. Accelerator. What the hell is accelerator? That might be a modded thing. Frost, fortune, sharpness. Depth, aqua.
With Trojan Bear.
There you go. There's your ad you've been waiting for, Rhett.
Every hair raising, spine tingling, heart racing feeling.
Yeah, that's got to be a modded thing. What do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We need 2 more people. All right, I need to go get some bread.
Head to your closest Raising Cane's and add a Post Malone Collector's Cup to your favorite chicken finger combo.
Fill it all the way up to the brim with sauce. Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
I'm gonna have to get more little librarian things set up.
Which me, wait, hold
What are those things called?
For the audio engineer. Go ahead. Did I read that right? Discover automatically doubles all your cash back?
Yeah, that's what the script says.
So
Lecterns, thank you, thank you.
I can earn twice the cash back.
Apparently.
We need slabs and bookshelves. We have 2 bookshelves. We need slabs.
See terms and learn more at discover.com/match.
This is John Bernthal. I'm inviting you to check out my podcast, Real Ones. The show features conversations with a diverse group of individuals, folks who have actually walked the walk, not just talk about it. Law enforcement
I love
officers, military personnel, and medical professionals. We have activists and first responders. These inspiring people, they've had a profound impact on my life. I hope they can teach and inspire you as well. Hit the follow button on Spotify to stay notified about the new episodes that we've got cooking. Thank you so much.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. I'm noticing that it seems pretty damn rare. Eight years. Will that work for me? Hold on. Will that work for me? It should, right? Didn't even realize that. But no, like I was saying, it's very rare, it feels, that people keep the same account for as long as I have, you know? Like, I have either been Tombs 456 or King Tombs 456 forever. Got me beat by, what? 2 years, 7 months? 2 years, 6 months. Ah, I can't do that math. Okay, there we go. We're getting some kids. We're getting some kids. We need more librarians, so we're getting more librarians. Okay, first of all, I heard CJ say, "Oh shit, here we go again," and I had a moment of like, "Wait, I'm not playing Grand Theft Auto San Andreas." That was kind of crazy. What exactly is tick? I know what tick rate is, but what exactly is tick rate? I'm like 90% positive I know what it is. It's when stuff's a little bit faster, right? Like, instead of stuff taking like a tick, it'll take half a tick. And what, like, for speedrunning? It depends on what type of a run you're doing. And it also depends on what exactly it is that you have to upgrade the tick rate for. Right? Like, Like, if you're doing a speed run and you increase the tick rate of stuff, yes, that would be cheating in my mind. Right? If you're just increasing the tick rate to make things go faster, just for personal reasons, no issue. At least I don't find any issue with it. Like I said, if it's not for a speed run or a challenge, it's fine. But if you're doing like a speed run type thing, and you go into the code and you change stuff to make things go by a little bit faster, that's... Because to me, everything that... Okay, for me, a speed run, for it to like be a legitimate speed run, in my mind, it could be different for other people, but in my mind, you have to use whatever the game's giving you, right? Sure, if you're gonna do like a fun little challenge run and you have mods and stuff like that, and you're gonna do a speed run that way, sure, whatever. But in my mind, it's not an official speed run. Exactly. If you're just doing it for a casual playthrough, go hog wild, up the tick rate. You know, hell yeah. If that's what you want to do and that's how you'll have the most fun, go for it. But like yesterday, when we were watching the Dishonored speedrun, and we saw a dude speeding up the cutscene, I at first thought he was doing that to make his run faster, and I was like, that's But then he pointed out the clock, and I was paying attention to it after he pointed it out, and it was actually automatically speeding up the time as well. Like, it wasn't actually decreasing the amount of time he was playing. It was just making things more convenient for him in the grand scheme of things. Like, the in-game time of the actual run, that's what they were going off of. And I was like, okay, it's weird, but it's fine at that point. Well, yeah, it was just a mod to increase the time. Like, instead of having to spend 5 minutes, you just spend like 20 seconds watching a cutscene, and the 5 minutes is actually still passing instead of it going by in 20 seconds. So the actual speedrun itself isn't being affected. It's just the personal experience of the game. So it's weird. All these copyright-free musics I'm noticing are literally just a blend of other songs. We're gonna be here for a minute while we get some experience. It's been a while since I played any racing games. I'm getting enough experience to level up my sword with fire aspect and efficiency on the shovel, at the very least. I need to either increase the size of this again or make it go down farther. I feel like today's a bad day for this because normally it's a lot quicker. Got a lot of gunpowder there. There's a lot of bones and arrows. What kind of music would you classify this as? What the hell are you doing up on the roof, Mr. Iron Golem? We'll save that for a minute. We'll save that for a minute. I need to try and organize this really quickly. Oh, I need more sticks. I'm about to just... Which is currently on sale on Steam for $14.99. Neat. Crossout is not a fucking racing game. Car Mechanic Simulator 2021. Dodge Plymouth Chrysler Remastered includes 8 licensed cars from 3 manufacturers. Neat. My Summer Car I heard a lot about. Alright. I'll have to check out that racing game later down the line. Maybe I'll check it out off stream. Anyway, back to our regularly scheduled programming. I mean, true, but like, it's Grand Theft Auto. There's no way that someone's gonna play Grand Theft Auto for the racing aspect of it. Yeah, they might use it, like they might race in it, but that is not why they're playing Grand Theft Auto. They're playing Grand Theft Auto for the freedom to do whatever the fuck they want to do. You know what I mean? The idea of being free to do whatever the fuck comes to your mind at any time, you know? That is a big one. This does seem like something that would be off of Hitman. Maybe a little bit less, no, actually. Weirdly enough, it does. Maybe like Hitman 2? Not the more modern one, the original, the classic Hitman 2 is what I'm talking about. You know, technically I did speedrun Hitman 1, classic Hitman 1, when I was like younger, because I was able to do the first mission, the first hit, in like 34 seconds or something like that. I was able to like do this jump where you would jump on the rail and walk along the rail, turn with the revolver, shoot dude, then turn around, jump down, and get out of there in like maybe less than 34 seconds, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. But that is technically the most I've ever done. Mind you, this was all shit that I did way before I started streaming. But that is technically the farthest I've ever gone when it comes to speedrunning. I need a lot more frames. I might need some more of these too. Do I have enough iron for this? Shit. Well. And I mean, technically Final Fantasy 15 could also be just a fishing game, if that's all you did with it. Right? I guarantee you people are not just gonna play it for the fishing though.
It's not. With Codecademy Career Paths,
as good as the fishing is.
Codecademy's hands-on learning environment will help you build portfolio.
Alright, time to get some cattle.
At Hiram College, we pride ourselves on providing authentic opportunities that empower our students to reach out and become their best selves. With small class sizes,
Yeah, we're putting them in the forever box.
you are sure to have a personalized college experience when you choose them. Join one of our 30 student clubs and organizations, or expand your personal and professional business skills through our entrepreneurship.
Also, you gotta call the cattle every once in a while. You can't just let them stay overcrowded like that. That's not humane. I was needing some more meat anyway. We're kind of running low. That's good enough. I actually should get ready to go over there and put these beef rations, not that they're rations, but the beef in the oven to cook. There is technically a way to get permanent iron. I have a question. Coal? Coal? Ooh. Iron pants. We could buy all that shit. Yeah, I got an idea. Exactly. We are on top of a mountain that is pretty close to, you know, oh, that's scaffolding. I'm like, what the fuck is that? To a mountain top. So, yeah, you're not wrong. They were a little cold. No, no, no. I think I've heard this joke before, but I don't remember the punchline. What did the drummer name his two daughters? It's... yeah. I was about to say, isn't it the same name?
What does perfect even mean? Is there even such a thing? Ooh, can we switch up all the rules and imagine a utopia? Darling, I'm just so fed up with these expectations. They keep weighing me down. My heart is begging me to get the hell out of my head. I'm gonna live inside the upside down for a minute and pretend. Honey, I'm a perfect.
I heard that joke a long time ago. And I was like, wait a minute, if I'm not mistaken, it's They have the same name, but I can't remember what it is because it's a play on. The damn inputs or whatever. Fuck you. Might be a little bit annoying to deal with this, but there we go. So, I don't know if you saw on the Discord, but another one of the things I saw while scrolling through Twitter was an orc meme from Warhammer 40k. I love how I've seen memes like that before about the orcs, but it just kind of flew over my head. I didn't quite get it until watching the video yesterday about the lack of intelligence that the orcs have of Warhammer 40k. And the fact that they have the power of imagination. It makes that funny as fuck to me. Oil floats on top of water. Wait for rain. Cover yourself in oil. Fly. So fucking stupid. Oh, this is so much more efficient. I absolutely love this. This is so much more efficient. Hold on. I can pop it up. Meme drops. For those of you that aren't a part of the Discord, oil floats on water. Wait for it to rain. Cover yourself in oil. Fly. It's stupid as fuck, but based on how the orcs have like they have psionic abilities, but they're so fucking stupid that their psionic abilities transfer into, you know, the power of make-believe or the power of imagination or whatever, where if the orcs imagine it to be that way, that is the way that it is. So for an orc, that would work. It's stupid as fuck, but it is most assuredly how it do. Fuck. Need bread. I just thought of a stupid joke. So the most efficient way to get more villagers is to give bread to the villagers so they breed. AKA bread to bread. Anyway. Gunpowder? Anyway, we need to fill up this area with blacksmiths, weaponsmiths, and I think toolsmiths. And then I need to figure out the most efficient way in order to make them level up. I mean, 15 coal for 1 emerald is... I don't know if that's worth it. Like, don't get me wrong, we have a lot of coal. We have a fucking lot of coal. You know what I need to do? I need to say screw it, and I need to go get some charcoal set up. In all honesty, because I'm thinking about it, and it has been a long time coming, so might as well do this. These don't have efficiency. No, it does have efficiency 2 and unbreaking. Okay, yeah, that diamond axe is a little bit different from the other shit. Anyway, one of the reasons why I play music on this is because a lot of the time when you're playing a game like Minecraft, I was like, with a game like Dishonored, if I'm quiet, a lot of the reason is because I'm just absorbing the story and trying to pay attention to what's going on. But for a game like this, if I'm quiet, it's because I just don't have much to say and I dislike silence, right? At least with a game like Dishonored or Wolfenstein: The New Order, there's really not going to be a lot of silence no matter if I'm talking or not. Right?
As a parent,
a game like this has a lot of areas of silence.
Disturbing the peace in theirs.
Truthfully.
Trust the hands that specialize in neurological care. Hands like ours at Cleveland Clinic Children's, Northeast Ohio's nationally ranked and locally trusted children's hospital. So when their health needs a helping hand, put their care in hands you trust. Learn more at clevelandclinicchildrens.org/hands.
Reuniti. Here's to the wine with that enchanting Italian name. Here's to its chilled, delightful fizz that springs to life as thousands of tiny bubbles dance in your mouth. Here's to the sweet, refreshing taste of Reuniti. After a long, hard day, it's the easy delight you deserve with the company you enjoy. Reuniti, the refreshing, sweet, and easy-to-drink Italian wine. Reunite with delight. Imported by Frederick Wildman & Sons Limited, New York, New York. Campaign financed according to EU Reg 1308-2013.
No one knows your listening habits better than you. With Spotify Premium, you
But here's the problem. See, here's the problem, Spotify advertisement.
take advantage of offline listening.
What if I don't know what I feel like listening to? Because I'm a very unique individual. I could probably listen to any music while I play any video game and have a good time. And I know for a fact there are a lot of people out there that there are certain games that they can't play. Like there are certain people that cannot play Minecraft just for one reason or another, or they couldn't play something like Grand Theft Auto for one reason or another, which is weird to think about, that there are people out there that can't bring themselves to play something like Grand Theft Auto, or can't bring themselves to play certain music, but that's a matter of opinion, right? For other people, it's weird that I can play the games that I play with a smile on my face. You know?
Got a call from him late last night. Up to nothing yet again. Even though she was fast asleep, she couldn't cut him off easily. Turned her back and she walked away. Back around the very next day. Change of heart happened oh so soon. Second thought she just can't escape. Blue sky got it.
But yeah, I'm thinking about like the tick rate increase and stuff like that. If you're casually playing a game, I do, as long as you're having fun. Like if it's like a single player, even if it's a co-op game, as long as it's not a competitive type thing, or it's not like one of those situations where you're doing some sort of a challenge or you're part of a tournament or something like that. Because in my mind, playing something like Grand Theft Auto single player, not multiplayer, and using like the in-game cheats, go for it. Have a blast and a half if that's what you want to do. But when you start like wanting to get one up on the competition in a game like Apex Legends, here's what I don't get. Casually playing Apex Legends with cheats. I don't understand playing any game that's competitive with cheats, because in my mind, the people that use, the only way I could ever see somebody ever using cheats is like they make a spoof account and they want to fuck around, right? They just want to, and they don't want to be like, they don't want to win. They just want to like go into a game and like dolphin dive around somebody for 12 hours or some shit like that, right? They just want to be silly. But the moment that they put on cheats so they could kick the competition's ass is the moment that they lose beyond a level of like recovery, you know? At least in my opinion. It just doesn't make sense where you're not, like, if you're using cheats, you're not playing the game. You know what I mean? Like, against other people like that. Like, if you're using cheats to just have fun in a casual experience, like if you're gonna use the give me infinite health cheat and then go on a rampage in Grand Theft Auto, whatever. But like, if you're gonna be doing Grand Theft Auto Online in a race and you're gonna do a cheat where you make yourself faster and you win the race, you did that through a means that makes it to where you're not playing the game anymore. It's code that's playing the game at that point. And I just don't like, similar thought process I have with speed runs too, right? People that cheat when they like on speed runs. I just don't get that. It's bad, and in my opinion, it's bad enough when people have like the glitch runs, right? But I'm okay with it because they're using the in-game code to break the game, right? Sure, the developers messed up and didn't fix an out-of-bounds bug or whatever. That's still one of those moments where I can watch those types of speedruns, but they're not the most entertaining to me, because when somebody's going through a game like Ninja Gaiden and they have to rush through certain areas and beat certain bosses, they are playing the game as fast as they possibly can. That's a speedrun. When they're doing something like they do in Wolfenstein The New Order and they out of bounds and they're like swimming through the earth and stuff like that, that's less them playing the game and more them breaking the code in order to get to the end game, like to get to the completion window faster. Again, I have no problems with that, but I much prefer it when it's something like we watched yesterday with Dishonored, where the individual warped past everything. Like, so much so to where, like, it's just crazy to me how much you can do when you have knowledge of the game and the mechanics of the game. And that's just outside of the mechanics of the code in order to break out of the inbounds locations and skip areas that you technically don't have to do for one reason or another. Like, it's interesting to see somebody skip through 90% of a level or 95% of a level, and instead of having to go up, down, left, right, around, back a little bit, then you got to go through this little alcove. Instead of doing that, they just dive on into it and bypass all those little triggers. Which, again, the fact that people find these little skips as impressive. But at a certain point, it becomes less about playing the game and more about knowing when to break it at certain points and where to go from there after you've broken it. I know there's a speedrun strat in Resident Evil 4, the remake, where you can skip a boss fight by getting yourself stuck behind the merchant and then climbing on top of a series of boulders or rocks or whatever. And after that happens, you can warp, you can fall down, and then just run along the path. Skip the entire fight. Are you trying to start some shit? Oh, you give the dogs meat in order for them to breed. Okay, that makes sense. 61, huh? Trying to think about what other tree I can cut down, and in all honesty, the jungle tree, I guess, could be a good one. The spruce is also one that could be good to cut down. That's a lot of charcoal. Again, like I said, when I first wake up, the first thing that I do for like 20 minutes is I'll scroll through Twitter and just like look at the funnies and just like get my brain kickstarted that way. I saw a fan art image of Monkey D. Luffy in like we're about to get into a fight pose with his back against Hank Hill's back, and these blue fumes seem to be rolling off of Hank Hill, and it was Hank Hill saying something like about feeling mighty odd after eating the propanu no mi, and I'm like, this is so fucking stupid, but it's funny as fuck. Because just like people come up with the wildest shit to throw together, and like I sit back and I go, how the fuck did you come to think of that? I should have saved the image in all honesty. That's how entertained I was by it. So we're gonna get a bunch of charcoal, right? Yeah. Technically, we could do 8 stacks of dark oak, and it would be fine. I'm starting to dip into the mangrove roots a little bit, which I'm not bothered by. The run you had? Well, give it a little bit and we'll be ready to wrap up and move on over to the React Andy section. I want to take a look at my wall and just enjoy. Yeah, I really like how this is working.
If you've ever thought, maybe I should start my own podcast, well, now's your time. Spotify for Podcasters lets you record from your phone or computer. Then publish your show everywhere podcasts are heard for free. Head to spotify.com/startapodcast and start recording now. Talk where the world listens with Spotify for Podcasters.
I don't know.
Banner to learn more.
See, for me, I have to have. Well, I don't have to, but it's easier for me to have things to talk about whenever I have something, like whenever I'm distracted, because my brain is way too active at times.
Holy cow. You've touched the moon. This is incredible.
We don't even know what life is. No one has been able to define life, and some people will tell you.
All right, so yeah, that's right. The extension that I need to do is actually.
Edge of what we know and keeps going. Follow Unexplainable on Spotify for new episodes every Wednesday.
Actually.
Premium lets you
Have
zoom
we
in on what you love without audio interruptions.
done the entirety of it?
Down or turning the volume way up. Take control of your mood with non-stop ad-free music listening to keep the good vibes going. Ready to dive back into Premium? Tap the banner to learn more.
Hey, greetings and good day, Redneck. How are you doing today? Nice. You got the new digs, basically, for your PC setup. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Let's go. I need to get a new desk at some point. This desk, I've had it for so long, though. It'll be so weird when I get a new one. I'm not worried about getting a new desk right now, but let me put it to you this way. I was gonna try and make a joke, but I just realized that this desk is actually older than some of you. This desk is like 25 years old. And that made me feel way older than I actually am, in all honesty. Because I was going to make a joke about, oh, this desk is older than some of you. And then it clicked in my brain what I thought. And then I was like, oh God, this desk is older than some of you. Oh no. Shut up. But no, real talk. This is like a solid oak desk, and it has been a hell of a useful tool for the last 20 years that I've used it. Oh man. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's kind of how it's always been. If you like this desk, when my parents first got it, probably was like as expensive as current desks are now from back when they got it. If that makes any sense. But yeah, that's kind of how it is with anything that you're gonna get. Like, if you want to get that good shit, you gotta cough up the money for it. Oh hell yeah! When you actually own the place, like when you own the place of that you live instead of renting out or whatever, you can do whatever the hell you want. Paint the rooms whatever you want to paint them. I know I've already thought of like. Well, I know this is definitely a DMCA safe song. I also know this is a song that they normally don't use the lyrics for where I've heard it. And normally it just replays the first part of that without the lyrics. It doesn't play this part. Huh. Huh. No, I've heard this song. I don't know. I don't know. But the first part of it... Hold on. Hold on. Dreams Part 2. This one you hear right here, this part, without the lyrics. Well, no, I don't even know how to explain why it's so weird to hear this song. Well, I've never seen it in glitching videos. I've seen it in... Okay. That's a good way to explain it. Well, not, well, still embarrassing myself because there is no way to, say this without doing that. I've heard this song, at least the non-lyrical version of it, when playing games that I definitely couldn't play on Twitch without getting banned. That's why I had that moment where I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck? So yes, that's why I recognize that song. Like, see, here's the thing you'll learn about me. I don't give a fuck about embarrassing myself. But I want to try to explain it in such a way where it alleviates some of the embarrassment on myself, right? Yes, there are. Wait, whoa, whoa, hold on a minute. Your girlfriend showed you those types of games. That's something I didn't expect. Okay. I do find that entertaining as well. That is, I was like, wait a minute. I ran that back in my head and I'm like, wait a fucking minute here. In my opinion, though, I think it should be less my opinion and more a general statement of fact. It shouldn't be one of those things that's talked about negatively, though, you know? And I don't think people should get that embarrassed by it either. But it's just a societal thing, you know? I am... No, I know exactly what you're talking about. For coding, they're called H games, right? That's what the generalized term of those types of games are. They are not games you can play on Twitch. They will get you banned so fucking fast. And there are a lot of them, not just on Steam either. Those are the mainstream ones. I know a lot of non-mainstream ones. No, you can't. Not anymore. You might have been able to. You know where you can play those games on? You can play those games on the sites, the other live streaming sites. The XXX live streaming sites. You could play those types of games on there. Or Orange YouTube and stuff like that. Yeah, the hub. You can play it on the hub. Probably get some people on the OnlyFans doing that type of shit as well, and the Fansly. I would imagine that would be a place for it. I thought about it, I'm like, fine. It should be fine to talk about those sites. What in the hell are you doing? No. Code words, people call Fansly Blue Twitch. And Orange YouTube, which is the hub, right?
It's time to snack like you've never snacked before. With the all-new Doritos Dips. Hitting the shelves with two bold flavors. Spicy nacho and cool ranch jalapeno. Your taste buds won't know what hit them. Supercharge your pizza, wings...
Oh, that's so funny. That's just like one of those things where, like, of all the things, it's like...
Another level. Click or tap the banner to learn more.
Oh, no, it's... I've been on the internet a very long time, and I'm a very curious individual when it comes to certain aspects of things. So I have a tendency to do a lot of research.
Praise PD premieres July 21st on Freeform and stream on Hulu.
So, you've got an idea for a business. The store of your dreams. There's just one thing to figure out. Everything.
There are some very energetic fans of a lot of series, let's just say.
Source products with an app to get that first sale fee.
And that's not even taking into account the fan animations or the fan artwork. That's just taking into account the fan games and shit like that that people make.
Hey Spotifyers, click or tap the banner to listen to top gaming tracks. Press play, press start. Brought to you by Nitsa. Speeding catches up.
Why is it always Minecraft that we have these fucking conversations? Every time I'm playing Minecraft, we talk about this shit. What the fuck? Like, why is it always Minecraft? I have no idea either. It doesn't matter because we're at this conversation, so might as well just roll with it until we start talking about a different subject. But, like, I had to take a moment to bring up the fact that, once again, we are talking about raunchy things while playing Minecraft. I don't even know. The song. Gotcha. It was the song. That's what it was. Because I was like, how do I say this without... Why? This is exactly what my brain did. How do I say this without embarrassing myself? Why the fuck do you care about embarrassing yourself? Go fucking balls deep and embarrass yourself. Who fucking cares? And therefore, you're not going to be embarrassed if you just fucking come out and say it. You know? I mean, sex sells. And that's all you really got to say about that statement, in all honesty. I think people should be more honest about what they're all on about, right? Like, the reason that it's kind of entertaining to hear about how you first experienced seeing those types of games and that type of content, it came from a place that you wouldn't normally expect. But of course, it makes sense because, you know, doesn't matter who you are or how you view yourself, you get off on whatever the fuck you get off onto. You know what I mean? I didn't word that exactly how I could have to make it sound better than it did, but you get what I'm trying to say. There's two parts of me right now. There's a part of me that's thinking, should I double down and start talking about specific things? No, not going to. And the reason I thought that is, got any recommendations for me? Yeah, sometimes they take that a little too far, though. You know? Like, again, nothing wrong with it. Healthy to, you know, relieve yourself or whatever. But they sometimes go from, yeah, whatever, good-looking character, and then they start to go like, my waifu and shit like that, and it's like they're not real. No, I mean, like, the people in question get more attached. Like, they think about going on dates with these characters and shit. That's kind of like, that's a bit much, in my opinion. Like, there is certain lines. There's certain lines that tend to get crossed that are like, I don't think that one should have gotten crossed, in all honesty, but whatever. As long as you know, keep it to yourself. I couldn't give a fuck. Well, yeah, I mean, it's pretty much the same exact people that get attached to characters, like too attached to characters. Don't get me wrong, because I've gotten attached to characters before, right? Oh, it's weird to hear this one, because this is America, but it's mixed with other songs. This is a weird one. Anyway, like, getting attached to characters are, like, that's fine, whatever. But it's when it goes above and beyond that it's a little like, Might want to dial back a little bit there, Chief. Because I'll be the first to admit that I'm definitely attached to characters like Snake from Metal Gear, right? I'll admit that straight up. Right? Kratos from God of War. But it's like the same as when you get attached to a character in a show or a movie, right? Of like, oh, you hope that this character has a good ending. Or, oh, it's the same damn thing. But what's funny is, in my opinion, that the stuff we were talking about earlier is nothing to be embarrassed about, but because of the way that society is, that's why it's an embarrassing thing to talk about. Oh, you're gonna talk about something that, you know, is a natural thing to go through? Wow, that's embarrassing. Fuck embarrassment. The same thing for the people that spend as much as they do on games like Apex Legends and stuff like that, or even mobile games like fucking, you know how, oh my god. So I at least do my dailies whenever it comes to a game like Raid Shadow Legends, right? And I still have the clan that I started when I first did the little, like, sponsored thing. And there's clan battles, like, every couple of, like, once a month there'll be a clan battle, or twice a month or whatever there'll be a clan battle. And there are times where, like, we win every other fight, unless we get into a battle with somebody who, you know, is going to spend a couple $1,000s in order to be able to summon as many legendary... like, as many of the legendary shards, the gold shards, as they can. Yeah, whales. Like, it's just... And the way they get you to spend money on them. Like, the fucking city builder games are the worst fucking things for this, right? The worst ones. Because... speed ups. Right? Oh, it's gonna take you 12 hours to upgrade this building. The highest I ever got a city building game, I think, was level 16. And it would literally take, a fucking week to upgrade your main thing. Your main building. A fucking week! What the fuck is that? Clash of Clans. Yeah, a lot of people play that one. Hey, there are words. I'm of this way. Like, if you can moderate your spending when it comes to games like that, great. If you can't, I recommend, you know, not playing that game if you can't moderate your spending. But before I spend any money on a mobile game or a free-to-play game, I have to have, like, a time for value ratio, right? Depending on what the game is, right? Like, I spent a lot of time with Apex Legends, but I didn't spend a dime on it. because I didn't like the practices that the company had, and I didn't like how they would release a new skin or something like that, and as soon as they released it, they would say it's on sale, even though it just came out. That's not how that works, but it's creating this artificial scarcity, or this idea of artificial scarcity, so it causes people to want to spend money immediately to get it, because, oh my god, it's on sale. If I don't get it now, I'm gonna miss out. When realistically, they're actually paying the amount that it's worth. Auto farms? I don't know if I do. I know auto farms are way more efficient, but at times I kind of like going through and just like doing it manually, because it's just it's you can call me old-fashioned that way, I suppose. Fear of missing out, FOMO. Thank you for I knew that that's what it meant, but my brain was like, what does that mean again? Because I was trying to make it like BOGO, buy one get one type of thing, and like that's not what it means. FOMO, fear. I knew the first word was fear, but I couldn't think of the OMO part of it.
Before Shopify, were you wondering where my sales at? Now you're selling with Shopify, the global commerce platform supercharged.
A great video on some of those concepts actually has to do with the fall of 76, where it's an internet historian video. Would highly recommend their content. Very, very informative and very, very entertaining at the same time. But they have a couple of videos about Fallout 76, No Man's Sky, and a couple of other types of things. But
of an ancient tribe who dedicated their lives to creating a gummy so soft and airy that no enemy dare question their brilliance. But then others claim that a mystical creature appeared to a Starburst candy creator in a dream, revealing its secret to flavorful air. Starburst Airs gummies. The same candy you love, inflated with flavor, unexplainably airy. Tap the banner to buy now.
You say you're tired of the emotion, and you just don't wanna leave. Forever drowning in emotion, all uncertainty. So find a way to ease your mind. Pace yourself, start running blind. You say you're tired of the emotion.
for me, it would be like not having to go to sleep and always feeling like well rested. I'd rather have than like being able to choose when to go to sleep and like only get the amount of time that you need sleep to get. Like if you could be like, all right, I'm gonna go to sleep right now. For a minute, I mean, it's an energy drink for me. If I'm tired and I take a puff, I'm awake. I don't know how to explain it, but that's just the way I is. When over half the states in the U.S. have it recreationally legal, and more and more and more are making it recreationally legal, eventually it'll be, you know, the reason I have, like, medicinally is why I have it. Because regardless of, like, it not really helping me go to sleep, it does sure should help me whenever I have one of those fucking stupid anxiety attacks. Which I get that shit from my mother. I would, like, get aggravated toward her when she would get in one of her spirals of freaking out. Where, like, she'd freak out over this, honestly, the stupidest, simplest shit. Like, it doesn't matter. It honestly doesn't matter. Right? That kind of shit. And she would start, like, wigging out over it and just get in her own head and, like, start fucking crying and shit like that until she started taking the medication, the anxiety medication that she currently takes. I don't do pills like that. That's why I have my prescription that I have. If I start getting like in the spiral, I've had one real bad little anxiety attack. I don't like that shit. And it was one of those things where it was like making a mountain out of a fucking anthill type of shit. You've talked about it before. You've never like shown the amount that you have, but you have talked about the amount that you have. And I know it's a metric fuck ton. What am I doing? Probably getting ready to wrap up with Minecraft in a minute here is what I'm doing, I think. I really need to fix this up because this is not, it feels like naked over here. It really does, and I hate that feeling. Anyway, outside of TOS stuff, it's funny to think about the fact that how time progresses when it comes to certain things and how quickly things change. You know what I mean? Like, I try to stay out of, like, I'm not the type of person that's going to get involved with drama, right? If somebody's going to say some shit or try to start some shit with me, I don't play that game. Right? I don't feed into that. I say it how it is. If people don't believe me, then whatever. If they do believe me, whatever. I don't fucking care. But I don't do that drama bullshit. But I do watch some other individuals go through the drama, right? And one of the reasons why I refuse to get involved, like I refuse to talk shit about other people, no matter what I feel about them, and I refuse to, like, just start drama, is just because of how dumb it is. Like, I watch one person talk shit about another person, and, like, it just doesn't, it's just, they're talking shit about the person for no reason other than they want to make themselves feel better by making that person feel bad. And it's like, grow the fuck up. Oh, we can actually do the little wrap-up spiel for Minecraft. It's been 2 hours and I really don't have much else I want to do there right now. But I am gonna check this out. You got me curious. Hold on. That's a big number. That's a big number. Holy shit. Ironically enough, I have more on Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. I have a little bit more than you on Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Actually, I think I have almost double, technically. If not more. Just a little more. Yeah. Anyway, then do my little wrap-up spiel for YouTube and Twitch highlight watchers. Then we're going to switch over to a little bit React Andine. I had a good time. I hope you all did as well. If you did and are new here, be sure to become a citizen today via subscribing to this channel as well as my main channel. If you're new here, links should be down in the description below through all my links for YouTube watchers. Exclamation point links like so. For Twitch watchers, be it live the highlight or the VOD while it's still up there. Be sure to follow me on Twitch. Catch me when I go live at 6 p.m. EST EDT Friday through Monday. Invite link to the community Discord where you can always get the most accurate notifications of whenever I do go live. If I'm going to be a little bit late or early to stream outside of a half hour or as long as I know I'm going to be late. As well as where you can communicate with other citizens of the kingdom. Whatever else catches your fancy through all my links. And until next time, take care and have a good one. Bye-bye.